Imagine Election Day Ghost Town. Picture this, it's Election Day. You wake up, grab your coffee and scroll through the news. But wait, something's off. The usual election buzz is missing. No lines at polling stations, no pundits yelling on TV. Why? Because nobody voted. That's right, folks. Zero, zip, zilch, nada. Not a single vote cast. Sounds like a dream. No more political ads clogging up your DVR. Think again. This scenario, my friends, would be less dream and more total nightmare. Sure, we might enjoy a brief, blissful silence from the political shouting match, but that silence would soon be replaced by something far more chaotic and concerning. Imagine the unrest, the confusion, the lack of direction. Because, believe it or not, a functioning democracy relies on us, the people actually showing up and participating. Who knew, right? Our voices, our votes, they matter more than we often realize. Okay, so no one votes. What happens next? Well, the immediate aftermath would be a political and legal dumpster fire. Our Constitution, that beautiful, slightly dusty document, doesn't have a specific plan for everyone decided voting was lame today. Without a clear winner, who takes charge? How do we make laws? Who judges the important stuff? It'd be like trying to bake a cake with no recipe, a hot mess of ingredients, and a broken oven. The result? Paralysis? Gridlock? The government grinds to a halt? And let's be honest, our government already moves slower than a sloth on a sugar bender. Imagine that sloth in a full-body cast. Not pretty. But hold on, it gets worse. Much worse than you might think. The long-term consequences of a no-show election, they're far-reaching and devastating. Let's just say democracy as we know it would be in deep, deep trouble. Imagine a world where your voice no longer matters. Think of democracy like a plant. Stay with me here. It needs constant care and attention. It needs sunlight, water, and you guessed it, participation to thrive. Every vote is like a drop of water or a ray of sunlight. No voting? That's like yanking the plant out of the ground, chucking it in a dark closet, and then setting the closet on fire. It's a recipe for disaster. Without our active involvement, the whole system withers and dies. It becomes a shadow of its former self. Power becomes concentrated in the hands of a few. Our voices get ignored, decisions are made without us, and our rights, let's just say they'd be about as secure as a screen door on a submarine. We would be left vulnerable and unprotected. Section 4. History's warning, low voter turnout, =big messes. Now I know what you're thinking, John, you're being dramatic. This is America, no one's going to let that happen. And you're right, hopefully it won't. But here's the thing, history is full of cautionary tales about what happens when voter turnout takes a nosedive. Remember that time in 1933 when only 5.2% of Germans bothered to vote in a crucial election? Yeah, that didn't end well. A certain moustache-twirling dictator rose to power, and the rest, as they say, is history. Look, I'm not saying low voter turnout directly caused World War II, but it definitely didn't help. Section 5, your vote, your voice, make it count. So, what's the takeaway here? Simple, your vote matters. It's not just a right, it's a responsibility. It's the most powerful tool you have to shape the world around you. Don't like how things are going? Vote. Think your voice doesn't matter? Vote. Convinced all politicians are the same? Vote anyway. Look, I get it. Sometimes politics can feel like a circus run by toddlers hopped up on sugar and conspiracy theories. But here's the deal, the less we participate, the worse it gets. Section 6, shape your future. Vote like it matters. Your vote is your voice, your power, your chance to shape the future. So this election season, let's make a pact to be informed, engaged, and active participants in our democracy. Let's ditch the apathy, conquer the cynicism, and show up at the polls like our democracy depends on it. Because it truly does. Because, you know what? It kind of does. Every single vote counts, and every single voice matters. This isn't just about electing a president, a senator, or a dog catcher, although, let's be honest, the dog catcher position is surprisingly important. It's about every position that shapes our daily lives. It's about deciding what kind of future we want to create, a future that reflects our values, hopes, and dreams. It's about honoring the sacrifices of those who came before us and fought for our right to have a say. Their struggles paved the way for our freedom. So go, register to vote, do your research, understand the issues and the candidates, talk to your friends and family, engage in meaningful conversations about the future. And on election day, get out there and make your voice heard. Show up and be counted, because in a democracy, silence is not golden, it's surrender. Your vote is your power. Use it wisely.